Hello all. So today I'm talking about a Dodge with the P0421 code, what it is and how you go about fixing it. So what is a Dodge P0421? Well, it's a bank one catalytic converter efficiency is below threshold on cold start. And what does this mean? Well, basically the catalytic converter needs to run at least 95% efficiency, and if it drops below this, then the onboard computer will send out this error code P0421 and sometimes a P0420 code or these types of codes. So the onboard computer is seeing a problem with the catalytic converter. And bank one will always be the side of the engine with the number one cylinder. So if you have a 4-cylinder, it won't matter. But if you have a V6 or V8, then find the number one cylinder. And that's the side that's having the problem. And the catalytic converter will be located up underneath the vehicle. And as most know, it's for emissions. But one thing to mention is it might not be the catalytic converter, might not be having the issue, because there's two sensors. There's an upstream and a downstream sensor that report back to the onboard computer how the catalytic converter is operating. So if one of these sensors go bad, they might just be sending bad data back to the onboard computer, and there might not be a problem with the catalytic converter. So this is something that needs to be checked, is that one of these sensors might have gone bad, or the wiring. And the wiring will need to be checked, because any bad wiring, an open or a short or a bad connection in the harness that go to these can also cause an issue. So the first thing you want to do is you want to check these O2 sensors and be sure that they're both good. There'll be upstream and a downstream sensor. And if you test out both these sensors and they both test good, or you replace them and the wiring is all good, then before you change out the catalytic converter, what most people do is they'll go buy some kind of cleaner. Let me jump over on Amazon. There's these different types of brands and different ones that you can use. There's like this Catalytic, which is a popular one, but there's different types. But basically what you do is you get some catalytic converter cleaner. It's a gas additive, so you add it to the gas, and then you take it out on the freeway for like 15-20 miles. You really rev up the engine, and you try to blow out all the buildup that's inside the catalytic converter. Because this can happen to some vehicles, especially if they're just city driven and they're never really revved up, or they're just driven slowly everywhere. They can get buildup inside the catalytic converter since it's never really got blown out, and all it really needs to do is just be taken out on the freeway for like 15-20 miles, really revved up. And then after you do that, you clear the code, and then hopefully it doesn't come back. If it does come back, then you're more than likely going to have to change out the catalytic converter. And replacing one of these is a straightforward task, but it can be kind of difficult because sometimes they can be rusted in there, the bolts. If the bolts aren't rusted up too much, then it won't be too difficult. You have to jack up the vehicle, and you have to get it out. The main thing would be how rusted up these bolts are, is it how difficult it is to replace. But it is a straightforward task if you do have to change out the catalytic converter. So that's basically it. I just wanted to give a real quick brief overview of what you could do if you had a Dodge with the P0421 code and how you go about fixing it. If you have anything to add, please comment down below. If you have any questions, ask me and I'll try to answer them. If this video helps you, please click like, please click subscribe, and have a good day.